joining us today for another episode of What's Your Why Wednesday. I'm Laura Brandeo, and today I am joined by the lovely Ratha Kawat. She is a realtor at Century 21 in Rhode Island. Well, thank you so much, Ratha, for joining us today. And to kick us off, we all stumbled upon the real estate and mortgage industry. But what keeps us in this industry is the fact that it's tied to our personal and professional why. So, Ratha, can you please share with us, what is your why?
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Ratha Kawat. My why would be my husband. We both, I used to work a very long hour job, have a lot of responsibilities. And it's just, it's like mundane, it's just the same situation. And being in this new career now, my husband understands the importance, my desire to want it to be, pursue my entrepreneurship. And so we're now living backward a little bit. We were in a nice, big home, single family, and now condensed to our own, living in our 3-family in a small apartment on the 3rd floor. So he's willing to give me the opportunity or allows me to chase my dream so that we could get back to a normal home. So he'll be my why.
Wow, I love that, because how many times do we say, I can't make a change, or I can't do something because I have to take a step backwards? But many times making that step backwards only leaps you farther ahead into the future and really fulfilling your why that you want to share with the world. So kudos to your husband. That is a man that you want to keep around, and that is a lovely story. So thank you for sharing that. And that ties into the next question. So now that you're a realtor and now you're feeling this impact that we have in real estate and in mortgage of fulfilling other people's dreams, can you share a personal story of maybe a family that you walked them through their journey of home ownership and where you realized the impact that we have on others?
Yes. I do not have any family members yet, but I did, as the oldest in the family, be the co-signer for my sisters and sitting to try to get them to college.
Wow.
In my career, I would never forget this family that I helped last year during the pandemic. The primary language is Arabic. I forgot where they're from. And it's just the sweetest, kindest, soul, human. And we got to the closing, but it went to a point that the listing agent, taking me to ethic court. We won, but I was, advocating for my client. I was like, we did not do anything wrong. And why did us professionals find other solutions to try to solve the matter? We're in the pandemic. So they were happy. They were very pleased that I'm there, for them,
fighting for them and
correct.
Representing them and
Correct.
and using your voice for them,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And my motto is that if I had to go to prison for something, I will be.
Wow. So really just, again, like I like the using your voice, because they didn't know how to properly communicate that,
Yes.
but you were there to be there as their voice and sharing your authority and your expertise to be able to get them through that situation.
Correct. Yes.
Wow.
And that is a great sense of enjoyment, the achievement inside that someone who doesn't know the process, and I'm there to help, these folks out.
Yeah, and that's why I love doing these interviews, because we're the experts, right? We're the people that have to be there to guide and to hold the hands of the families that we serve, to be able to walk them through the process and be able to have them understand what's going to happen next and what to expect and what they need to know to be educated. And that's a gift. That really is an honor for us to be able to provide that to those families.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Yes.
that's wonderful. Well, thank you for fighting for them and for being that representation. Great job. Okay, our final question, Rotha. Thank you so much for your insights. This has been fabulous. So, final question. All right, you're making your impact as a wife, as a representative for all these families you're serving, to the people that you're working with in real estate. What do you want to be remembered for? What is that legacy, Rotha?
Yes, as a woman, growing up from, coming from a country that, we may not have full rights to do everything. I will, would love to leave something behind that I've contributed to society, or all the, representing the females, that, you can accomplish something, just given with the right opportunity and, place and time. And I'm grateful that I'm here in the land of the free to try to be able to use my voice, my education and everything, to advocate for someone who may not have the same opportunity. So hopefully, I'm involved with a lot of community work. Now that I'm a realtor, I have some spare time that I could, go help out, the community, whether it's like the food bank. Last year, my organization called Cambodian Rhode Island Society, and another one is Cambodian American Rescue Organizations, help out with the food bank and COVID testing and information about the vaccine. Just to be able to be out there to help all, lending your hands of the people in need is also another sense of fulfillment. And just hopefully down in the future, who knows, maybe I'll become some political figure and be able to fight for, women's rights.
Why not, right?
Or even
Why
human
not?
rights in
And
general.
I have one more question along that line. And thank you so much for what you're doing. It's so valuable, so valuable. But I have a question, because that's certainly one of my missions too, is to help women and the generations behind me to understand that there are no limits to what you can do. Whatever you want to do, you can accomplish it, right? So I want to hear from you. If you are going to give that one piece of advice, to a young lady out there, or someone that, she's ready to take on the world, what would be that one piece of advice that you would give to that young lady?
Know your worth. Don't
Mm.
settle for anything less.
Wow, those are powerful words, Rotha. Very powerful words. And agreed. Don't settle for less in anything. That's not just when it comes to negotiations and income. It's your partner. It's your, opportunities that set before you. Is always know your worth. That is correct. Wow. You are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your why, your insights. Keep paving the way out there. And I know that sky's the limit for you. Take care.
Thank you, Laura, for having me on.